As you can see, there is some dog things around, and there's no dog around. So what we're here to tell you today is I'm the dog.
Well guys, today's gonna be a bit of a swan song. After long and careful consideration, I have made the deeply difficult decision to essentially retire a certain kind of content on this channel. It's gonna be a rough one, and I hope you guys can support me through this very difficult time. For a very long time at this point, I have consistently covered one kind of video from one specific channel anytime they decide to make it. And I've officially had enough. Every time I go into one of these videos, I think, you know what? Maybe this time it'll be different. Maybe things have changed, maybe I'll be able to prove myself wrong today, and well, that never happens. That's right, people, I'm talking about the YouTube channel Truly and their dog girl videos. It's the end of an era. I think I have covered every single dog girl video that the YouTube channel Truly has ever made, and well, that ends today. It all started back with my first Truly dog girl video back when I had like 2,000 subscribers, and it did pretty well for me. So as a small YouTuber, I was like, okay, how do I replicate this over and over again? And the obvious answer was wait for Truly to make more of them. So I did. Now you've got to keep in mind, this was a different time. This was back when advertising to the internet that you like to pretend to be and dress up as a puppy was still considered kind of weird. These days, that's just a typical Tuesday around here, but back in like 2019 was still a little taboo. So I sort of just fell into the habit of covering every dog girl video they made. But that ends today because, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen any of my other videos on this topic, they're all just advertisements for OnlyFans. Every single one of them. They're poorly acted, shittily made advertisements for shitty OnlyFans. And I'm just tired of it, but I had to retire this series properly, so here we are. My girlfriend thinks she's a dog, but I can't tell my parents. But you can tell the entire fucking internet. Cool. I'm already pissed off. Let's just get this over with. Please subscribe.
I'm Lola, and this is my partner Henrik, and I love being his puppy. We first met at a little cafe together that we both worked at. I was always kind of a puppy, and he knew about that before we started dating, but it did take me a while to kind of like properly open up to him with it. So right now, Henrik's making me some food in my dog bowl.
I'm sorry, that doesn't look like kibble. That's a banana. If you're really a puppy, if this isn't just for the fashion, you should be eating Purina 1. But you're not really about that life, are you, Lola? Didn't think so.
First time Lola ever asked me about it, I was a bit like, oh yeah, sure, we can try that.
It was very nerve-wracking to ask him.
Honestly, wasn't very surprised. She kind of just does act like a dog a lot of the time.
What could that possibly mean, Henrik? Got Lola shitting and pissing all over your house? Licking food off the floor, humping legs? I mean, what do you mean by that? I feel like you're fibbing.
This is my water bowl, and this one's my food bowl, and this is my cute little dog bed. I like to sit on it when he's cooking up there and doing stuff. It's just like a nice place to like chill out, be on my phone or chewing on my toys. But it's not really comfortable enough to sleep on at nighttime. I do sleep on a regular old human bed.
You just got done saying puppy play is like a 24/7 thing in your relationship, and your boyfriend just got done saying you act like a dog anyways, yet you can't even sleep on a dog bed? What do you do? What do you do that's like a dog, Lola? Just wear the ears? These videos piss me off because these people are like, yeah, we're basically just animals, and then they don't do anything that animals do, but they have to pretend that they live like this, otherwise it's too obvious that they just got in contact with Truly to try and advertise their OnlyFans. So they gotta make up bullshit like this.
Riley's both of our friends, and we thought it would just be about time to invite him over and show him the whole puppy play thing.
Why? Why in God's name would you ever think it's about time for that? Never in my life have I ever thought to myself, you know, I think it's time I'd call up my friends and tell them what I'm into in the bedroom. Like, why is this always an aspect of these videos? Why do they always have a friend come over and watch them do their kinky shit? This is not normal.
Most of my other friends know about it, so we thought he might as well know about it too.
I think he'd be like, oh yeah, that's interesting, and then have like a confused look on his face.
I think it's a bit out of left field for him.
My name is Riley. I'm friends with Henrik and Lola. I think they're a really cute couple. I don't know why they want me here today, but I'm interested to find out.
Okay, so surely this is scripted, but can you imagine if it's not? Like, you just get called over to your friend's house one day and there's a camera crew. They sit you down and they tell you that your best friend's into getting pegged. Like, why do they do this?
Hey Riley.
What?
How are you doing? As you can see, there is some dog things around, and there's no dog around. So what we're here to tell you today is I'm the dog.
You're the dog.
Yeah. Like, in me and Henrik's relationship, obviously I know that I'm also a human, but I'm also his dog.
Like, woof woof, take to the park dog.
So we don't really go to the park per se. It's not really like a in public thing most of the time.
Right.
But like a kind of like a de-stressing in our own home thing.
My god, maybe this isn't scripted. That was the most uncomfortable interaction I've ever seen in my fucking life. Also, why even invite this guy over if you're just gonna bullshit him? Is it all for the cameras? This is a de-stressing thing? Lola, I saw your Twitter. Not a de-stressing thing.
So do you want to maybe like sit down at the table and chat about it for a bit?
Sure.
Sick.
Why not? Have you eaten dog food?
No, I don't eat dog food. I do eat from a dog bowl sometimes.
Okay.
So like imagine like Henrik preparing like regular food, like that's a spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah.
And then I eat it out of the dog bowl instead of like from a regular bowl.
Seems way too messy.
Yeah.
It is quite messy.
Yeah.
Who else knows about this?
So my family know.
Right.
That was a whole thing.
Okay, seriously, I think I'm gonna go back on my gut here. I don't think this is scripted. These people look genuinely uncomfortable. They likely saw other people make these Truly videos and they're like, yeah, that's a great idea, a good way to get the name out there, and then it got around to doing it, and now they're regretting every decision that led them here. This is genuinely hard to watch.
I've told my family about the puppy play, and it took them a bit to really get it because it doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people in their mind. Like, why would you want to just pretend to be this for a while for stress relief? But eventually they came around to it, as they do with a lot of my stuff. Some friends will be like, yeah, that's the coolest thing ever. I wish I had the guts to do that. And then I'll have other friends like, why would you do that? That's really weird. Why don't you just like be normal?
My parents don't know about it because they just wouldn't be able to accept it.
Okay, and I'm right back into thinking this is the dumbest shit ever. So, when you try and beat around the bush and like walk around the fact that this is all done for porn, this makes no sense. Like, why would you ever feel the need to tell your family about something like puppy play? Like, who is going around telling their family what they're into sexually? Like, it just makes these people sound fucking crazy because they're leaving out the crucial detail that they didn't just tell their family that they're into puppy play for no reason. It probably stemmed from a conversation of them being like, so how do you support yourself without a job? And then don't even get me started on this guy. You can't tell your family because they wouldn't accept it, but you could tell the entire internet in a video that your family could easily access? Okay.
Given how long it took for you to tell your parents about the relationship in the first place, I assume they don't know about this.
Not at all. They never will.
Right.
That won't end well.
It does get like a little annoying sometimes trying to hide it from them.
First person in recorded history to ever say it gets annoying trying to hide your kinks from your parents. What the fuck is going on, guys?
I don't personally always go out of my gear because it makes me nervous, but whenever I go to like pup themed events, I definitely wear the full getup, and I have gotten some weird looks.
There was one time we were just walking around the shopping centre and some kids just walked past us, and like 10 meters after they walked past us, they just turned around and barked at us. It was pretty weird.
It definitely does make me a little bit more apprehensive, but it doesn't stop me.
Look, I don't give a shit what you do in your bedroom. I don't care if you make porn. I don't care what you do. As long as it's not hurting anybody, do what you want. But it always baffles me when people talk about stuff like this. Like they say stuff like, people always look at me so weird, or I have such strange interactions with people. Like it's somehow other people's fault. It's like, no, you are wearing something into public that is inherently sexual to you, and you're wondering why people might look at you a little funny? Really? Seems like a no-brainer to me.
I just want to tell them that I'm just being silly and having a fun time. Like, I'm just doing this to better my mental health and to live my life how I want.
It doesn't affect you that we are doing this, so just live your life and we'll live our life.
Okay, so like, sure, that's a fine thing to say on paper, but when you're going out of your way to publicize such intimate details about your relationship, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, if you're essentially making your relationship a public forum, expect people to treat it like a public forum. I'm sorry, but nobody owes you kindness or acceptance on the internet when it comes to shit like this. People should not be this interested in what you're doing in the bedroom, and if they are, that should be a cause of concern. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? At this point, I don't really even have any. These days, there's just really no reason to cover these videos anymore. People pretending to be dogs is like the least weird thing that happens normally these days, and all of these videos are just hidden advertisements for porn, so it's like, what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting your time? I should be talking about actually important stuff like the most recent thing that Mr. Beast has done. I'm letting you guys down, I'm letting myself down. I've got to be better, and I will be better for you guys. You can hold me to that. See ya.